Alright, well, let's try that again. So I need to set up the desktop window. At least the microphone is working this time. That's odd. It is set up properly. But I'm not getting the desktop window, which will make this very difficult. That's my desktop. There we go. Gotta set that up. Sorry about this, folks. Not sure what happened, but I started the stream and then it crashed on me. OBS Streamlabs crashed, which is a first for me, at least. So I'm gonna turn that down a bit, and then move over to the main camera. And everything seems fine here, which is good. All right, so one of the things I was saying before was that for the love of game, one of our regular viewers said that he had an idea for a mini, but with all that kerfuffle, I don't know if he's bailed or if he was even in the chat to begin with. But if he does show up, or she, then I believe it's a he. Not sure, can't tell. But if they show up, then maybe I will switch and stop whatever I'm doing and work on their miniature. But for now, I'm going to just pick something and go with it. And just to get started, let's move this guy over so I can see the chat. All right, so let's see, where can we get started today? So on Wednesday, we created an orc cult investigator. It's like a Victorian era orc who might have been very at home in the game Call of Cthulhu if we mash that up with fantasy, maybe like a Shadowrun style mashup. So this week I think we'll do something a little bit different, or today we'll do something a little bit different. I'm just not sure what yet. You know what, maybe for today's episode, since we've already lost a bunch of time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up one of my existing heroes and I'm going to finish them off. Who do I have here? Got a bunch of stuff. You know what? I am not going to do that. Nothing is calling out to me. So I am going to go with a goblin. I'm going to recreate kind of a goblin that I started. I started him as like a Bardlock, but I think I'm going to go with something more fighter roguish. I liked the pose where it was going, but I couldn't make an instrument work. So I'm going to make, you know, maybe I can make it work. Maybe I can make some kind of Goblin Bardlock. That might be fun. Alright, so I'm definitely going to give him a hood. That was a big thing. So I'm going to go to head, clothing, and pick a good hood. That first one was probably my favorite. And for his chest, I think he's going to have some sort of leather armor. Although that works as well. Save that for now and try something different. Let's see what we got here. Need some leather armor pants, maybe. You know, I think I tend to use a lot of the same elements over and over again. kind of find my favorites and then sometimes mix it up, but not always. But I think I need to find something. Those might work. I think those might have been the best, those leather ones, leather thief ones. Let's see what we can do with boots. Those might look good. With these. Oh yeah, I like those. A little bit chunkier, studded. Alright, so for gear, I'm going to give them a cape. So that's back. I think I've changed my mind on that chest piece. I do want something with a bit more armor to it. I think I'm going to stick with the leather theme. Leather armor. That looks kind of cool though. I used it a lot though. Bone and hide chest piece. Yeah, maybe. Add some shoulder pads to that. I like that. That looks good. Get the shoulders. I like making the shoulders asymmetrical. I think that first one was best. It's a little bit smaller, looks a little bit more decorative. No, neck. Items. No. Leave that blank for now. I'm going to go back to the head and I'm going to play around with some of the features here. So first of all, I'm going to change those brows from the sort of weird ridges to more hair. And I'm definitely going to change his teeth out. I'll have to pose that as well. And then I think for a beard, maybe go with mutton chops. It does interfere with the hood quite a bit. Oh, those teeth are crazy. Yeah, I think that's what I was looking for. Get that mouth pose so the teeth are still kind of touching. Yeah, there we go. Gear. Give him like an eye patch. Now, if we are going to make him Bardlock, he's going to need an instrument, but he could also still have a weapon. But let's see what we can do for instrument. Bagpipes are pro. That would have been cool. Or maybe he's got his instrument on his back. Kind of like that idea. Those claws are just too big. I was thinking about like a Wolverine pose, but I think these are a little bit better looking. I like that he's short. I'm actually going to accentuate his shortness. And he's already as small as can be. And he has a big head. Wow, I don't think I can actually make him any smaller. Okay, he's as small as can be. So let's check out his pose. Yeah, that'll do as a start. But what we want him to do, advanced posing. Still gonna add some more gear on him, but I find that once I got the main pieces on, I can start posing, and then I have an easier time of putting in the different pieces, because I kind of got the main core pose set down. So yeah, so I think with the two hand weapons, and he's short, so I'm gonna have him kind of like looking up menacingly, like he's been insulted by somebody in a tavern because somebody didn't like his lute playing, and so now he's doing the sort of Logan, you know, you complaining about my music, bub? So to do that, I need to twist, no, tilt his head up, oink. And his chest back. Oh yeah, I already like how that looks. So I'm going to actually tilt this forward again. You can see it's like his stomach should still be somewhat down. So I like that they have these different points of articulation. So now I can add a little bit of twist. That back a bit. Make sure it looks really natural. Yeah. Nope. And then for his hands, I'm probably just going to twist those out. What I'll do here is try to make them a little bit asymmetrical. It's a bit too far. So they're pretty much on point, but you can see how the arms are positioned just a little bit differently. This one, the wrist is bent a little bit more. This one's a little bit straighter, but the arm is back, so it gives it a little bit more natural sort of looking. It's not perfect, although I do feel like his arm needs to... Oh. Just come out a little bit, and the same with the other one. Alright, so I haven't done any gloves yet. I think there are some leather bracers that I want to use here. Ooh, maybe wraps on one of his hands. Yeah, like that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go back to his body, and I'm going to change the measurement of his belly. I don't mind the belly, but with the way that we've angled it, it's pushing out just a little bit too much. Make the waist a bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. So now his cape is flowing a bit. I think I'm going to make that flow a lot less. Go back into the pose, advanced, and over to the cape, and just start tilting it back. If he's like in a tavern, he's not going to have a lot of billowing cloak. I think the flow of it there sort of speaks to the fact that he's moving, or he has sort of like stepped up. That works well for me. I mean, I could even go more on the lower pieces. Just little by little, straighten it out. There we go. looks pretty good. So now I can mess around with the shoulder pads a bit. Make this one really tiny. So I can kind of hide that clipping, maybe. Mostly. And then this other one. I'm actually going to keep it big for contrast. It's actually in a pretty good spot right there. Maybe I'll use the time to tweak this just a little bit more. There we go. All right, so now to finish them off, needs to have back item, which will be his instrument. No. Either way, look good. And then another back item, which can be not a glow stick. Oh, it's going to be underneath, so maybe we won't have anything. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it as the loot. I think he's basically just a goblin bard. Bard rogue. Let's see if we can give him some spells to make him a real Bardlock. So we'll go back to hands. Ooh, spell effects. Yes, of course. He's got his pact weapon. It's too much. I don't mind that one, I just don't like the position of it that much. Alright, I'm going to play around with this a little bit because maybe we can do short blades, a better dagger. Gonna empty this hand for a second. Go back to pose, advanced. Not sure if that's the dagger I'll take, but it does look kind of summoned. So if I put the spell on that, spell effect. One's too little and the other's too large. I think that might be the one I need to go with. No, I'm doing this. So what are we going to have him do with his other hand? Not a rubber chicken. Not a glow stick. That is still coming out of his lip, eh? Is fitting for a Goblin Wolverine, but I guess he's not so much of a Wolverine anymore. He still has that badass attitude, though. Alright, let me try something. Haven't done this in a little while, but hands. Pose advanced. I'm going to save them here just in case. And then this is going to mess up his shoulder pad. Big time. So he's like grabbing his cigar. Although it would be better if he had it in his other hand. You know what? Glad I saved. So heroes. Where is he? Don't save. So change a couple of things. Gloves. I'm going to swap out his. No, that one was before, wasn't it? No, it was right there. Whoops. And then gear. Hands. Short blades. Go back to pose. Advanced. Back to gear. So he's got his whatchamacallit, his summoned blade, his pact weapon. Hands. And what I'm going to do here, because I still, I don't mind if he's left-handed. That's fine. I usually put the weapon in the right hand, but this works. I actually kind of like the angle of those flames a little bit better too. Though I might have been able to fix that in the pose. Not sure. Probably not. Nope. Well, I could if I just twisted the knife in his hand. Reversed? No. All right, so let's give this another try on this side now. I can probably fix that shoulder pad. It might not need as much fixing as the other side would have. Trying to get it so that his fingers are kind of about to grab it, but they are not sort of getting in the way of the face, so it still looks good. Like that. And now I can add some details to his sides, like a little pouch. So go for gear, sides. I'll just scroll through a bunch of stuff. I usually do the coin purse, I like that one. Or a little pouch. I think we did that on our occultist. Scroll accessory might be neat. Yeah, it's a different shape. I like that. We'll just pose it and squish it in a bit. And then maybe we have another blade, maybe. I'll use the categories, otherwise this will take forever. Another short blade. Might take up too much room. What about a fantasy? What do I get? Bunch of the same stuff. Book, maybe? No. One of those potion bottles. Those are always good. Whoa, what's that? Oh, sci-fi. Yeah, that's not what I want. Miscellaneous. And I could always put the potion or the... Oh. Might be best to leave that side open. Or just to do the usual. No, you know what? That was not bad. Undo. I just need to position it better. Alright, let's go back to pose. Advanced. We'll do those potion bottles first. Push them back. Like that, yeah, that looks good. And then the scroll, just push it into the body and back. Perfect. All right. Yeah, I like this guy. He's got a lot of attitude. One last thing. Let's take a look at those neck options again. Now that our head is pushed back, we can easily put something in there that doesn't look too cluttered. Kind of like that choker with pendant. What about this guy? Spike collar? No, it's a bit too much. Something simple. No, I like this guy. I'm gonna keep that on there. Kind of looks like the Witcher pendant too, like a wolf's head. I know it's not, but it kind of looks like that. Not that our goblin is a witcher, but... Alright, so now I'm just going to double check the pose for the shoulder pads. It clips a little bit, but maybe if I tilt it a bit. No, not tilt. Oh, it looks all right. And then go back to our base. Curved rim. He's in a tavern, so he's gonna get some wood planks. And for items, no poop. I'm not using the poop. But I'm looking for like a upside down hat or a frying pan. So like a bag of coins would be neat, but I think that means that's too much money. He hasn't been paid that much yet. Nobody likes his music. That's why he's in a fight. Bowl of stuff. Oh yeah, that works. Could paint that up and make it look like a gold nugget. So that's the one thing he has, or maybe it's not even gold. He couldn't even get the one thing. Or an empty pan. No, too big. I like the bowl of stuff. And then the other item I think is going to be bottles, or a bottle. I like that. He's kind of hiding them behind himself. So he's a bit too drunk. So I need to fix the pose on that one. Advanced. Bottles. Oh, they're attached, eh? Alright, so just put it in the groove of that cloak. I can still kind of attach it. Actually give them a little bit more structural support, just not too much, not so much that it looks like it's cutting through the cloak. Yeah, I like that. I don't think we need to do anything else here. I think we're pretty much done. So, that's our little Goblin Bardlock. Zoom in a bit here. Pretty happy with him. I think he looks good. Thanks again for watching. I'll be back again next week on Monday with another miniature build. And I have other shows that I'm doing here on Twitch. So I have Tiny Adventures, this show, 3 times a week. Thursday nights, Prip and I play some Ghost of Tsushima Legends, and this past Thursday, yesterday, we got a visit from our old friend Dark Rusher, who we used to play Strange Brigade with, and he joined us for some Ghosts of Tsushima Legends, which was a lot of fun. Prip and I did a horrible nightmare story mode, and we didn't do very well, and then when Dark Rusher came along, we jumped over into survival, had a lot of fun. I'll be honest, I was kind of getting at the end of my rope for that game. Kind of felt that I had played out most of the content, but if Dark is going to be around, then maybe he'll breathe some new life into the co-op for us. So Saturday mornings, 8-year-old squad leader continues, where Prip's 8-year-old son, Kid Codifier, will be bossing us around in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. And then my ongoing base building in No Man's Sky, which happens on Sundays, though I think I might start shifting around how this schedule works. But for now, this is where we're at. And one more announcement, and that is that all these videos that I make on Twitch eventually find their way to my YouTube channel, which is also Gentleman Rhino. So look that up in case you missed anything, or if you want to watch stuff, because it's saved there a lot longer than it is here on Twitch. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all next week. Hey, so I had just ended the stream, but I've decided that I need to do a little bit of a touch up on this Goblin Bardlock miniature before I completely finish. There's just a couple things that I wanted to change, and I decided to add that in now and just put it part of the YouTube. So this is a YouTube bonus. So if you're watching this on YouTube, it's not something that that was on the Twitch stream. All right, so let's get into the changes. Basically, I think it looks good, but I forgot about this awesome feature where in hats you can allow for ears, and he's got these great goblin ears. So I'm going to put that on, turn that on, and I'm going to fix a couple of things because I think that looks way more goblin-y. So I'm going to go into his gear, back items. Oh no, I'm going to do this through pose. Yoink, advanced. And then just twist this guy around so that he's not clipping through the ear. At least not much. And then the other thing that I wanted to add, this is super short. I know, it's not like it's a real big bonus for YouTube, but I wanted to add some piercings. So, and some rings, especially on that hand that's holding the cigar. So like so, and maybe, no, that's too big. No. Do that one, then I think I need to do this one like that. So I've got a couple rings there, and then piercings. Give him a nice nose piercing. And then, because he's got these awesome big ears, why are those not appearing? Oh, they must be underneath the hood. Alright, so I don't have to worry about those. I can just go with these guys. Yeah, like so. So he's got asymmetrical piercings as well. And you know what? Let's do a little bit of color. It's not something that we've done before. And it's not something that's going to be part of the Twitch stream, but I'm just going to quickly grab a screenshot of this guy for my thumbnail, and then let's try out some color. I'll save them, and then go into color. I love this green. Oh man, that eye is really intense. Might have to do some changes there. Let's go into paints. Oh. Eyeballs. Oh, I like that. And then bone, something a bit darker for his teeth. I don't even know if I can color his teeth. That's pretty good though. And then some cloth. So I was thinking maybe he gets this bright yellow cloak. Kind of looks like a kid with a rain slicker on, and it accentuates the green of his skin really well. Whoa. And then I just use a little bit of a darker color on the inside of the cloak. And I think I'll use a lot of purples and dark colors. For the cloth, and then the armor itself will be browns. So that's looking pretty good. Let's get some wood color here. Maybe leather. That looks good. This is where I'm starting to think about, what's going on? Starting to think about subscribing to Hero Forge for their Pro, because you get access to stuff like decals. I bet you they have some pretty cool decals for the beer bottles. Just give it like a black primed base. And then I almost feel like those are too glowy. I almost want something a little bit more subdued. If I do go with this, grab a black handle and some leather armor. Right. Is there a good hair color I can use? Still too bright. So because I didn't choose a theme, which fills in a lot of this detail for me, I gotta do it all manually. But that's fine, it gives me a lot more control. And as you can see, I'm using hair color to get the leathers that I want. Takes a little bit of maneuvering. Taking some dull metals. Still contrast, but aren't too bright. That might need to be a little bit more contrasty. Oh, of course, that's the wood colors. I'll use some leathers. Back to our metals for his jewels, his piercings. So this can take a while. There's a reason that I don't usually do color for the stream, because it is painstaking. Well, maybe not painstaking, but it definitely does take a lot more time. And I don't want to subject anybody to having to sit through me making a whole bunch of color choices. So I tend to avoid it in the stream. And then, depending on the mini, sometimes I add it afterwards, or sometimes I just forego it completely. It's not because it's bad, it's just, like I said, time-consuming. And maybe not the most fun to watch. So I apologize if this gets a little boring. Oh, that was interesting. Can't forget his choker. Oh, it has a little gem in it. I'll keep it the same color. I think it's one piece. So it's close to being done. Too red. That's good. feel like I need to pick something that is not one of these effects type ones. Just to contrast even the flames there. Maybe something from the leaf. This might work. Yes, perfect. And then back to leather. Those last remaining bits. And then finally, these baubles, which I think can be metal or not. I think I might make them metal. He is a bard after all. He should have some bling. But it's somewhat mismatched. And there we have it. Our finished and colored Goblin Bardlock. So I hope you enjoyed that extra. And if you're interested, come check us out. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. And then I'll be uploading that stuff here to YouTube. Take care.